He went to prison for a crime he didn't commit, to protect the man he called brother. But when he returned home, the truth was waiting in his own living room. This is Mr. Joe's exclusive stories. Real emotions, real lessons, unforgettable truths. After 5 long years behind bars, David walked out of prison, a free man, but scarred by a betrayal he didn't yet understand. He had gone to jail protecting someone he called brother, Marcus. That night, Marcus had been caught in a shady deal gone wrong, and David, loyal and naive, stepped in to take the blame. He thought friendship was worth the sacrifice, but fate had sharper plans. Freedom has a strange sound. For me, it was the click of a prison gate unlocking after 5 years. I should have felt alive. Instead, I felt hollow. Back then, Marcus was like a brother, the kind of man you trusted without question. He'd beg me to help him fix a deal gone bad. A few boxes, a misunderstanding, he said. I believed him. When the police came, I stepped forward. I told them it was me. Clara, my wife, cried as they led me away. "We'll wait for you," she said. Those words became my lifeline. I wrote letters, hundreds, but none came back. I told myself she was scared, or tired, or busy surviving. I was wrong. When I finally reached home, the door was half open. Laughter spilled out, soft, intimate. I stepped inside, and there they were. Marcus, Clara, their hands entwined, their eyes guilty. The world tilted. I didn't shout. Didn't fight. Prison teaches you restraint. I simply said, don't you dare. And I walked out, leaving them in the ruins of what they'd built on my silence. That night, I sat in a cheap motel room staring at the ceiling fan spin. The truth crawled in piece by piece. Marcus hadn't betrayed me today. He'd betrayed me 5 years ago. So I called Ethan, an old friend, a detective. He answered on the first ring. "David, you're out. I need your help," I said, to find out why I ever went in. We met the next day by the docks. He looked older, but still sharp. After I told him everything, he said quietly, "You think they framed you?" "I don't think," I said. "I know." Ethan started digging. Old case files, fingerprints, anonymous tips. Every road led back to Marcus. And then, a crack. Late one night, through the microphone Ethan set near their house, we heard Clara shouting, "You promised it would end. You promised he'd never find out." He was stupid enough to take the fall, Marcus snapped back. I pressed record. The hunt for truth had begun. The next evening, I walked into Marcus's auto shop wearing a wire. Ethan waited nearby in an unmarked car. Marcus looked up, feigning surprise. "David, man, you gave us a scare when you left like that." "We should talk," I said. He smiled that same lazy smile. "You've been gone a long time, brother. Things change." I didn't sit. "Things like setting up your best friend?" His face twitched. "What are you talking about? You remember that night at the docks? The deal that went bad? I took the blame for you." He exhaled, too fast. "I never asked you to. But you didn't stop me." I stepped closer. "You let me rot while you built a new life with my wife." He said nothing. His silence was confession enough. "Clara doesn't think it was an accident," I said. The color drained from his face. I smiled just barely. "You ever wonder how the cops showed up that night? Someone had to make that call." He tried to speak, but guilt had already taken the stage. He dropped his gaze and muttered, "You were always the good one, David. I had nothing. That deal was my shot. She came to me after. We needed each other." Every word sank into the recorder hidden in my jacket. When he finally looked up, he said, "You think you can prove something? No one will believe you." I turned to leave. "They will, because it's your voice they'll be hearing." Outside, Ethan smiled grimly. "We got him." Over the next week, we pieced it all together. Clara's confession from the cafe, Marcus's words from the shop, the old financial records, the anonymous call traced to his business line. It was airtight, but Marcus wasn't the type to go quietly. One night, his car appeared in my mirror, tailing me through empty streets. I led him to a dead end, stepped out, and faced him under a flickering light. "You're following me now?" I asked. "You think you can ruin me with your little recordings?" He snarled. "No one will believe a convict." "Smile for the camera," I said, lifting my phone. The live feed went straight to Ethan. When the police cruiser rolled in, Marcus froze. Ethan stepped out, badge shining. "Easy, Marcus," he said. "We've got all we need." Marcus glared at me as Ethan cuffed him. "You set me up," he hissed. "Guess I learned from the best," I said. Days later, the trial reopened. My conviction overturned. The headlines called it a twist of justice. Marcus and Clara both pled guilty. As they led Marcus past me, he whispered, "You won, David. Happy now?" I looked him straight in the eye. "No, just free. They say justice feels sweet. They lie." When the court cleared my name, people expected me to smile. But 5 years don't vanish with a gavel strike. Freedom isn't applause, it's quiet. Ethan handed me an envelope that day. "Copy of the evidence," he said. "In case you ever forget." I didn't open it. I just asked, "What happens to them?" "They'll serve time. Not long, but long enough." "Justice?" I murmured. "Maybe," he said. "Justice isn't always clean." That night, I went back to the house. Empty now. Quiet. Dust on the walls, silence in the halls. On the dresser, a photo. Me, Clara, and Marcus, smiling at a picnic years ago. I pocketed it. Some memories are scars you keep to remind yourself what you survived. I left the city soon after. Found a cabin by a lake, miles from anywhere. No noise. No history. Just air that didn't smell like regret. For months, I learned how to live again. How to cook. How to breathe. How to watch a sunrise without counting the minutes. Then one winter morning, a letter came. No address, just my name. It was from Clara. "I don't expect forgiveness," she wrote. I was weak. I chose comfort over courage. "I think about you every day. I hope you found peace." I folded the letter and set it on the mantel. Forgiveness wasn't something I could give, but peace was something I could finally hold. That night, I burned the old recordings in the fireplace. Watched the tape twist and melt. Let the past dissolve into smoke. I stepped outside as snow began to fall. The lake was frozen, the stars sharp and clear. 5 years ago, I dreamed of this sky from behind bars. Now it was mine again. I whispered to the cold air, "It's over." And for the first time in years, I believed it. Sometimes justice isn't about revenge, it's about peace. David didn't raise his fists. He raised the truth, and that was enough. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, every story has a lesson, and every lesson has the power to change a life. You've been watching Mr. Joe's exclusive stories, where hearts heal, truth prevails, and humanity still wins.